A closely knitted community or a family of stakeholders where each member is as proud as the other could be said easily to describe Shantiniketan Indian School. Today, we celebrate this event as a mark of 17th anniversary of SIS. It is quite surreal for me to be surrounded by so many people and to be blessed in the fellowship of this gracious occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish one and all a fascinating evening for one of the most anxiously awaited occasions in our school. May the excitement of today enthuse you, may its enchantment surround you, and may the magical moments be so many and memorable. The fragrance of flowers spreads only in the direction of the wind, but the goodness of a person spreads in all the directions. I blithesomely welcome our esteemed special guests, Mrs. Rauda Safwan Zidan, Director, Private School Affairs, Ministry of Education and Higher Education, Mr. Hemant Kumar Dwivedi, First Secretary, Information and Education, Embassy of India, Mr. Saud Saad M.A. Al-Kuwairi, Vice Chairman, Board of Directors, Shantiniketan Indian School. I would like to warm-heartedly welcome the prestigious President of SIS, Mr. K.C. Abdul Latif. On this great evening, we have amongst us a group of really talented and selfless personalities who run this temple of education. Mr. Abdul Qadir, General Secretary, Mr. N.K.M. Abdul Shakur, Vice President, Mr. Rashid Ahmed, Mr. Shehnaz Nuruddin, Mr. Sharfaraz Ismail, and Mr. C.H. Najib. We also have amongst us today staff representatives of the Management Committee, Mr. Miraj Ali and Mrs. Najma Munir. I welcome each one of you to this event. One tree can start a forest. One word can frame a goal. And just one candle can wipe out darkness. A true leader has the confidence and ability to stand alone. Such is our principal, Dr. Subhash B. Nair. You show fatherly care, give us endless support and confidence. All that you do proves us that you are a great leader. With a thankful heart, I welcome you, dear sir. The more you take responsibility for your past and the present, the more you are able to create the future you seek. How fortunate SIS is to have remarkable vice principals who are artists showcasing cool and calm composure. I welcome our senior vice principal, Mr. Shihabuddin Pullet, and our vice principal, Mr. Dudley O'Connor. It's the sense of commitment which creates an apt platform for us to grow both mentally as well as spiritually. On this great evening with merging of minds, I winsomely welcome our vibrant head teachers, Mrs. Hina Imran and Mr. Matthew, as well as the senior head teacher, Mrs. Mehjabeen. To the world, you may be one person, but to one person, you may be the world. Welcome, dear parents. We do cherish your partnership and collaboration in all our endeavors. We treasure your love and concern towards our second home. Your esteemed presence amidst us today makes us feel proud. All the birds find shelter during rain, but the eagle avoids it by flying high above clouds. Problems are common, but attitude makes a difference. Quoted by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Thanks to the level of immense propensity to all the parents, guardians, the teaching staff, the non-teaching staff, and the endless and untiring efforts of many students and teachers, I welcome you all. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you, Prabhat, for the warm welcome.
Now invite the exuberant of this institution Mr. K.C. Abdul Latif, President of SIS, to address the gathering.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. في البداية أود أن أطلبكم جميعا للاستماع إلى الكلمات الغالية لحضرة صاحب السمو الشيخ تميم بن حمد آل ثاني حفظه الله ورعاه. To begin with, I kindly request all the audience to carefully hear the precious words of His Highness, the Amir of Qatar, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani. May the blessings of Allah be upon him. It is very selected few words of the Amir, which has close relation with the education, information, and research. We, as an educational institution, are responsible to reflect the wishes of our leadership here in Qatar, as well as our home country, India. His Excellency, the Amir, called for the development of educational, research, and information institutions, along with the values that consist the basis of Qatar's educational system and the pillars of the National Vision 2030, all with a special care for the expatriates. That is the important point. His Excellency, the Amir, earlier announced in the opening session of the United Nations, saying, "Allow me to express from this podium my pride in my Qatari people, along with the residents in Qatar who belong to different nationalities and cultures. This is one of the uniqueness of the leadership and people of Qatar in dealing with the expatriates in a high level of dignity and mutual respect. So as expatriates, it increases our responsibility to behave in the same way and high manner that the Qatar leadership and people are dealing with us. On this occasion, it is my pleasure to state that our Indian schooling process in SIS, along with working to achieve its vision, mission, and objectives, is also aligned with the aspirations, visions, and strategies of our host country, Qatar. Speaking at a press conference, His Excellency, the Minister of Education, Dr. Muhammad Abdul Wahid Al-Hammadi, to mark the beginning of this academic year, said, "This academic year's priorities are inspired by the speech of His Highness, the Amir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, delivered on July 21st, in which His Highness the Amir outlined the roadmap for future options. He said, Ministry will continue its efforts to develop human and knowledge capital by providing students with the necessary competencies for each stage of study, which is one of the main pillars of Qatar National Vision 2030. His Excellency the Minister underlined that those priorities will be achieved as long as the student is the focus of the educational process in an integration and consistency with the efficient school leadership, active and effective teaching, a curricula that include the latest educational competencies, an evaluation system that employs assessment data for better learning, active school environment, and effective community partnership that makes education everyone's responsibility. His Excellency the Minister said the schools must provide extracurricular activities to meet the physical, psychological, social, health, and scientific needs of students, which improve their academic performance, develop their social skills, and increase their confidence. This is exactly what we have achieved during the past years of development process. Here, I would like to point out only one point, that is how the schooling process is aligned with the Vision 2030 of Qatar and the strategies and aims of Ministry of Education and Higher Education. Before that, I would like to remind you in a very few words the years past in the history of SIS. SIS established in 2000. 2004 was important because the above the fourth standard classes added. In 2005, secondary classes started. In 2008, the new management take over the school. In 2009, new vision and mission accepted. In 2010, CBSE added and also affiliate to National Open School. In 2011, the school premise shifted to Barwa village. 2012, our students scored high result in 10th examinations. 2013, we started our +2 section. 2014, we implement ICT drive. 2015, we added language lab, high quality of laboratories and library. 2016, our +2 students brought 3 top ranks in Qatar. 2017, we added new sports facilities in the school. This is the past history of the development process of SIS. In our inaugural session of this premise, our chairman, Mr. Ghanem Saad Al Saad, promised that the management will do everything required for the service of the expatriate community in Qatar. According to that, we worked to implement each and every part of our vision and mission in our schooling process, which will be reported by the principal after my speech. You can assess the developments we achieved in the past years. The main leadership was started by Mr. Muhammad Ismail, the previous principal, and now our present principal, Dr. Subhash Nair, is leading the development process of SIS. The important thing here is we are developing the institution within the guidelines of, first of all, Ministry of Education and Higher Education in Qatar. The slides here I'm showing is the outline given by the Minister of Education in his first meeting with the owners of the schools, the guidelines given for the owners to develop the institution. The second important point that we focus on is our Indian education system. There are 3 main sources on which we are developing our process. National Curriculum Framework, Education Frame Values in Schools, a framework, National Policy on Education. The content of these are connected with the strategies and objectives of Ministry of Education, as well as the main pillars of the Vision 2030. As the minister requested that meeting, the school should have a short-term plan and long-term plan. The school within last years accomplished all the short-term plans we decided to accomplish. Now we are in the process of the second stage that is very important, where we need the special support of the parents. That is why this type of explanation I am giving in front of you. Annotates us mainly to enjoy the talents of our children. At the same time, in the beginning, we have a meaningful session where the report is presented and this type of information is given to the parents. From our long-term plans, we are expecting to get governmental and building a new premise with modern facilities. And also, our continued effort is to develop our own brand for the school. In the Indian educational system, we can see each school should develop its own identity and its own brand. In the guidelines of the Ministry of Education also, we can see that kind of instructions. And here in SIS, we are not running the school with the normal procedures, but based on the basic instructions and information, guidelines from the both governments and the international trends, we are developing our own system and procedures. Here, it's my pleasure to specially mention that the both system in Qatar and back in India are focusing on values. The picture here, the preambles in our constitution gives us some of the major value concepts, which is reflected in our educational system also. The same we can see in the system of education system of Ministry of Education also. These slides, all these are discussed in our academic council in SIS, and we are bringing those instructions to our system. The strength of the Indian system is, has a long history. It is not new one. We can see just from the independence, the committees, suggestions and decisions gone through the parliaments and coming to the ministries, well-studied and experienced systems are there. That is we are depending first of all. And Qatar as a developing country and a new nation, they are bringing everything around the world, the new things in the educational scenario. Today, our chief guest, she's coming here after attending the vice conference being held here. SIS team, the leadership, every year attending such conferences here, and we are bringing those new things to our educational system. This way, we already developed our own brand, which has its own special features and special system. The most important thing, effective implementation of the core and elective subjects according to CBSE curriculum. A special significant approach to languages, especially English and Arabic as international languages, French, Hindi, Malayalam, Urdu, and Tamil as optional regional languages. An innovative and unique interaction of values and skills with every lesson, a systematic integrated approach to Islamic studies, moral science, and Qatar history as instructed by the Ministry of Education. Another important feature is focus on systematic development of values and skills through all subjects, and intellectually challenging, academically comprehensive Indian curriculum, ensure that cultural considerations are integral to all that is taught in all subject areas. The unique brand prepares the students to understand the cultural varieties in the local society, lead a productive and peaceful coexistence in a multiple society, representing the local culture and customs. Open policy of Qatar towards the cultural differences while upholding national culture and heritage. This is the point where we focus to align our Indian educational system with the local requirements. This is our KG pre-primary curriculum with these components. The main components of KG curriculum added to Montessori tools to develop the skills, Arabic and other languages, Islamic studies and moral studies, skills and values, activities. These are the components of the KG system. And after that, from the KG till senior secondary, the same system we have developed, and further improvement is of course required there. Here in the implementing this system, we have three main components. The scholastics is one, sports, life skills, values, culture, attitude, art, music, performing arts, and everything. A sample of those things are being showcased here. Environmental education is also important as it is one of the main pillars of Qatar Vision 2030. We have three perspectives. One is local, that is Qatar, Indian, that is the national, and global perspectives. Many things are brought to the education, learning, teaching process in our system. Our assessment system of the overall school process is Qatar National Accreditation. We already completed everything required for that, and from 23rd of this month to 6th of coming month is the final assessment. Also, we will have Indian accreditation system. We completed all the process. We are awaiting the inspection from the authorities of India. We also will go for the ISO accreditation. Now, in the SIS family is consisted of 24 nationalities from students, staff, and parents. That is the very special nature of our school. We are trying to develop the multicultural plural system, and our policy and procedures are very democratic, and we are trying to establish the peaceful coexistence of the society as a model in SIS, as Qatar National is expecting. We have a family vision which develop in students gradually. The values they are learned or achieved in the school, they will be the ambassadors of those values after their schooling, wherever they are, whether they are in Qatar or they are in India or in any other nation. In this process, our academic and management leadership is equally involved, and they are attending national and international seminars to bring everything new to the schooling process. Our principal, Dr. Subhash Nair, achieved the national prize for the best teacher last year, and he is the leading our schooling process. Now, this is our school situation now we have achieved, and we have to go far in the developing our special unique brand of SIS. Here, we need the special support of the parents, and that is the important thing what we are looking for. Concluding my speech, I request all the audience to witness our SIS families' solidarity with Qatar.
شيخنا خيل العلي وسادنا تميل يا الله اليوم يا المطلوب وانت الولي يا عظيم الرجا والشان يا المعتلي سلم الزحل والزحزيح والحنظلي شيخنا خيل العلي وسادنا تميل شيخنا خيل العلي وسادنا تميل يا الله اليوم يا المطلوب عظيم الرجا والشان يا المعتلي سلم الزحل والزحزح والحنظل.
I love Qatar. I love Qatar. I love Qatar. I love Qatar. We stand with Qatar. I love 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 Qatar.
نحن من مدرسة دار السلام الهندية من المرحلة الثانوية.
بالتميمي تباهي قطر وفخري وابشري يا قطر بالعز واستبشري واطرخ اطراخ يا الادعم والنسيم اقطري شيخنا شيخنا خيل العلي وسادنا تبي يا بلادي من المشرق الى المغرب اذا عصيتك وصرتي يا صلاة النبي ذرة الارض بقيادة تميم الابي شيخنا خيل العلي وسادنا تبي شيخنا خيل العلي وسادنا النبي درة الأرض بقيادة تميم الأبي شيخنا خيل العلي وسادنا تميم.
We may follow different religions, have different skin color, speak different languages, but we all belong to one human race. In diversity, there is beauty and strength. Perhaps we were all taught this while living in this great nation, Qatar.
I'm sure that everyone in the audience would agree with me too. Audience, let's stand up to show solidarity with Qatar. Let's make our voices heard. Let's show our love for this nation. On the count of 3, let's all raise our voices and say, we love Qatar. 1, 2, 3.
We love Qatar. Thank you very much.
Yet another year has passed, a year filled with various achievements and laurels for SIS. It is time to invite our beloved principal, Dr. Subhash B. Nair, to present the 2017 annual report, which will remain as a golden chapter in our lives.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would once again extend a warm welcome to our esteemed special guests and also to each one of you. After leading Shantiniketan Indian School for 4 years, I can proudly state that all our plans, programs, and activities are carefully crafted to achieve integrated development of our children based on our unique vision and mission. SIS vision emphasizes on making our school a center of excellence that helps our children develop outstanding life skills and to become responsible citizens to meet the human resource requirements of the new world. Our vision also stresses on making our school a symbol of innovation to nurture human and humane qualities in our children. Our management's consistent efforts to establish a unique SIS brand based on the vision and mission has started giving expected results. Our unique kindergarten curriculum, developed by Mrs. Mahjabeen, our senior head teacher, and her team of teachers, emphasizing wellness and happiness. Our unique values and skills integrated regular lessons, a special focus on international and local languages, our unique active teaching methods, and our creative class assemblies, different discussion forums for students, parents, and teachers are some of the indicators of developing that SIS brand. One of our mission statements is to provide an environment that leads the learner to excellent pursuit of knowledge and experience in an atmosphere of genuine freedom and profound joy. For creating an environment for our children to have joyful learning experiences, the school has added multimedia facilities in all the classrooms, constantly updated digital content and e-learning portal, well-integrated school information management system that connects school with home for our children and parents, inspiring library, upgraded computer lab, new integrated language labs, reconstructed sports and games fields with additional facilities, added dance and music studio, new furniture for all classes matching the age level, and the renovated multipurpose hall. Our mission also is to develop all the intellectual capabilities guided by the spiritual instincts to be role models with positive outlook and adherence to ethics. This mission is attained by practicing fair policies and through a unique value education system integrating values with all proceedings of the school. Our school's preparations for the Qatar National School Accreditation helped us in achieving remarkable quality improvements in facilities, policies, procedures, processes, and documentation. We equip teachers with novel resources to bloom themselves and to groom the growing buds to their best. Based on this mission, the school facilitated multimedia-enabled teaching, digital content, and e-learning portal. Our teachers attend professional development programs regularly. The building blocks for effective learning, 3 Gs of learning, and active teaching methods were the themes of this year's makeover sessions for professional development of our teachers. Teachers make full use of our e-training portal to reinforce their professional development. Our academic and management leadership attended national and international education conferences. The presentation by Mr. Shihabdin, our senior vice principal, about the best practices of SIS was well appreciated in the educational seminar conducted at Calicut University. Our teachers also attended educational conferences organized by Qatar Foundation and the Ministry of Education. We organized an inter-school teachers professional development program on active teaching methods under the leadership of our head teacher, Mrs. Hina Imran, as a resource person. Poster on 3 Gs of learning: genuine self-awareness, generous hard work, and generative innovation, presented by Mr. Delio O'Connor, our vice principal, during the Qatar Foundation's Teaching Learning Forum conference, was well appreciated by the delegates. Our mission highlights to ensure meaningful participation of parents and the society in grooming our children. Our parents' discussion forum, guided by our head teacher, Mr. Matthew, discussed children's optimal use of digital devices and technology, parents' responsibilities and limitations. We organized the Inter-School Teachers Discussion Forum on the topic, High-Tech Future School Education, How Prepared Are We for the Change? Our focus now is on improving our children's critical thinking and problem-solving abilities and making them self-driven learners. Our class average in most of the classes and subjects registered significant improvement. Our class 12 students excelled in their March 2017 board exams. Sama Sajid from the science stream became the school topper, scoring 94.2%. She is also the subject topper in physics, chemistry, mathematics, and English. Shifa Ghafoor topped commerce stream with 90.6%. She is also the subject topper in entrepreneurship. 99% score in engineering graphics by Muhammad Sulsal Abdul Salam and Rajat Reknagar Acharya is worth mentioning. Class 10 CBSE and CBSE-I students achieved 100% pass this year as well. 27 students scored CGPA 10 and A1 grades in all the subjects. We infuse in our children temper of competence and sense of cooperation to excel as exemplary global citizens. Homeroom period on a day-to-day basis and class assemblies on a weekly basis give our children excellent opportunities to be creative and to sharpen life skills. Our children's competencies and cooperation further enhanced through Talent Fiesta, Kids Fest, Mother's Day, Children's Day, Constitution Day, Gandhi Jayanti, Rashtriya Ekata Divas, World Environment Day, and many more. International Workers' Day, observed as part of social empowerment through work and action, was so special by way of children realizing dignity of labor. Our hobby clubs that help children to improve life skills are attracting more children to participate. Our students also excelled in core scholastics in the intra-school events and inter-school competitions. Their creativity, innovation, and skills were demonstrated in these competitions, and I would like to make a mention of a few highly significant achievements. Meera Anthony obtained 3rd rank in Qatar National Biology Olympiad. She also represented Qatar in the 24th Indian National Children's Science Congress. In the CBSE Qatar Cluster Athletic Meet 2017, our athletes won 4 gold, 21 silver, and 27 bronze medals. Farsan Riaz, Ahmad Ruhul, Begum Sahiba, and Sharon Elizabeth are our gold medal winners. Our school basketball team, led by Prabhat Shahi, secured 2nd position in this year's CBSE Qatar Cluster Tournament. In the Inter-School Polemic Challenge 2017, Muhammad Yaqub Chowdhury won the Best Speaker Award. SAS bagged the Best School Team Award in a debate contested by 8 Indian schools in Qatar. In the SAS Chairman's Polemic Challenge 2017, Sumaya Adam Abdi won the Best Speaker Award, and Esther Jahan won the Best Rebuttal Award. Asher Shani, Ahmad Ruhul, and Sushant Kumar Deeb won gold medals in the CBSE Qatar Cluster Taekwondo Championship. In the Inter-School Performing Arts Competition conducted by ICC, Ganga secured first position in Bharatanatyam, Kanis Fatima secured first position in Hindustani classical music, and Sharanya Thiraviyam and Umayal secured first position in folk dance. In Colosseum 2017, the inter-school dance and music competitions conducted by Max Media, SAS dance team led by Ganga secured first position in Tiruvadira. Malayalamada, organized by FCC, Hiba Yusuf secured first position in narrative writing, and Sohal Ansoi and Sahal Munir secured first position in photography. In the drawing competition organized by ICC, Aishwarya Rajesh secured first position. I am proud to announce here that in a survey conducted by the Ministry of Education and Higher Education, our parents' satisfaction of school facilities is registered above 80%. We are grateful to you parents for your continued support. We wish the SAS brand and its values to spread to the entire world through our alumni and their parents with a mission of education for all for development, security, and world peace. Ladies and gentlemen, 700 students are going to be on the stage for the cultural extravaganza that you are going to witness this evening. Our children did all selections, script, choreography, and training for this program with the minimum essential guidance from their teachers and with a lot of support and encouragement from their parents. I wish to express our gratitude to all the officials of the Ministry of Education and Higher Education and the Indian Embassy for their guidance and support, and the School Director Board and Management Committee for always showing concern for the needs and requirements of the school. I would like to express our gratitude towards all our parents for their strong support and valuable feedback. I wish to thank our 250 staff members, both teaching and non-teaching, who make all the difference in shaping young minds of 2,468 students of 24 nationalities to become able citizens of the global village. Finally, I wish the very best for our children, our dear children, who are eagerly waiting to showcase their talents and creativity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Let's have a big round of applause to SIS for yet another epic and remarkable year.
Now, I kindly request our Vice Principals, Mr. Shihabuddin Pullat and Mr. Dudley O'Connor, to escort our esteemed special guest, Mr. Hemant Kumar Dwivedi, to the stage to address the gathering.
Good evening. The special guest today evening, the management committee members, honored parents, and the students. On behalf of the Embassy of India, I express my gratitude to the Shantiniketan Indian School for giving an opportunity to be here and establishing a community with all of you. This is my second visit to Shantiniketan Indian School, and I'll repeat what I said early in the evening. I always have a feeling as if it is my own school. I always draw an inspiration and a positivity in association with the principal in particular of this school. And believe it, my parents, I can assure you that the brand may not be big enough, but it is in safe hands of Dr. Nair. The bubbling energy in the students during their earlier performances, of course, gives me an insight into what kind of the program are in pipeline. I think The efforts taken by the teachers, the parents, and the children themselves have been extraordinary. While not taking much of time and standing between the colorful presentation and the award distribution ceremony, on behalf of the Indian diaspora and on behalf of Indian Embassy, I wish Shanti Niketan Indian School a lot of success and good luck. Thank you so much.
The most splendid achievement of all is the constant striving to surpass yourself and be worthy of your own approval. These students and staff have put their efforts, heart, trickling sweat and minds to bring great laurels for our school and prove worthy of their talents.
I now request the Honorable President of the school, members of the Management Committee, respected principal and vice principals to escort all our esteemed special guests to the stage to give away the awards to the students for their unique and exceptional performances.
I would now request Mrs. Rauda Safwan Zidan to give away awards to the following students for scoring excellent marks for AISSE 2017. Sama Sajid, school topper, science stream with 94.2%. Physics topper with 95%. Subject topper, chemistry with 95%. Subject topper, mathematics with 95%. And subject topper, English with 95%. Shifa Ghafoor, school topper, commerce stream with 90.6%. Since she's not present here today, her father will receive the award on her behalf. Subject topper, entrepreneurship with 86.2%. Bushra, school second rank science stream with 94%. Subject topper, physics with 95%. Subject topper, chemistry, 95%. Subject topper, mathematics with 95%. And subject topper, English with 95%. Abdullah Fahmi, school third rank science stream with 92.2%. Since he is not present here today, his mother will receive the award on his behalf. Subject topper, physics with 95.2%. Subject topper, biology with 94%. And subject topper, mathematics with 95%. Reem, school third rank commerce stream with 89.4%. Subject topper, business studies with 95%. And subject topper, English with 95%. Christine Mendes, School 3rd Rank Commerce Stream with 89.2%. Subject topper, Business Studies with 95%. And subject topper, Multimedia and Web Technology with 96%. Sumera Khanum, subject topper, Physics with 95%. Since she is not present here, her father will receive the award on her behalf. And subject topper, English with 95%. Labiba Ahmed, subject topper, Mathematics with 95%. Rizwana Abdurrahim, subject topper, Mathematics with 95%. And subject topper, English with 95%. Mohammed Sulsal Abdul Salam, subject topper, Engineering Graphics with 99%. Since he is not present here, the HOD of ICT, Mr. Shyam Krishna, will receive the award. Rajat Ratnakaran Acharya, subject topper, Engineering Graphics with 99%. Since he is not present here, the HOD of ICT, Mr. Shyam Krishna, will receive the award. Amin bin Salim, subject topper, Accountancy with 84%. Since he is not present here, his brother will receive the award on his behalf. And subject topper, Business Studies with 95%. Saida Safa, subject topper, Economics with 88%.
Gauri Ummanakuttan, subject topper, English with 95%. Since she's not here today, Mrs. Suman Naresh, English teacher, will receive the award on her behalf. Sajeevan Edmund, subject topper, English with 95%. Christine Elizabeth, subject topper, English with 95%. Rahima Sherin, subject topper, English with 95%. Since she's not here today, her sister will receive the award on her behalf. Munawwar, subject topper, English with 95%. Since he's not here today, his father will receive the award on his behalf. Leonore Binu, subject topper, English with 95%. Since she's not here today, Mrs. Sylvia, senior secondary teacher, will receive the award on her behalf. Miftahul Haq, subject topper, English with 95%. Since he's not here today, his father will receive the award on his behalf. Hazira Hussain, subject topper, English with 95%. Pooja Takrar, subject topper, Physical Education with 90%. Since she's not here today, her father will receive the award on her behalf. Noora, subject topper, Home Science with 96%. Kulthum, subject topper, Home Science with 96%. Hasnain Raza, subject topper, Psychology with 94%. Congratulations! And audience, give them all a huge round of applause.
The following awards will go to yesteryear's 11th grade toppers. Abdur Rahman, school topper, Commerce 1 stream. Mira Anthony, school topper, Science stream. Amina Kareem, school topper, Commerce 2 stream. Thank you, ma'am. Now, the following students will receive awards for scoring A1 in all subjects in SSE 2017. And I would request Mr. Hemant Kumar Dwivedi to give away the awards. Reshma Subaraj, since she is not present here today, her father will receive the award on her behalf. Roshni Subaraj, since she is not present here today, her mother will receive her award on her behalf. Heba Muhammad Ashraf. Nida Ismail. Rifa PK. Since she is not present here today, her father will receive the award on her behalf. Priscilla Divna Fernandez. Sanuja Sulaiman. Charlotte Feba. Since she is not present here today, her mother will receive the award on her behalf. Aditya Kumar. Derry Wilson. Noha Muhammad. Abdullah. Haya Yasmin. Since she is not present here today, her father will receive the award on her behalf.
Vimal Joshi. Since he's not here today, his mother will receive the award on his behalf. Fatima Najib. Mahmouda Chowdhury. Suraya Omar. Josu Mariam Jobi. Montaha Ahmed. Naja Hamid. Noura Hussain. Rasha Faisal Abdul Majid. Mohammad Imamuddin. Hussein Sidagat. Hassan Sidagat. Ashraf Mukhtar. Hani Dayan Pinheiro Rafael. Thank you, sir. I now request Mr. Saud Saad M.A. Al-Kuwari to give away the prizes for the SIS Chairman's Polemic Challenge. And the awards go to Ishrat Jahan for Best Rebuttal, Sumaya Adam for Best Speaker,
I now request to give away the prizes for the SIS Inter-School Polemic Challenge, and they go to Muhammad Yaqub Chaudhry for Best Speaker, Muhammad Yaqub Chaudhry and Isra Jahan for Best School Team, We have the prizes for SIS Nikon Photography Club Inter-School Competition. The first position was badged by Muhammad Umar Gohar Ansari of MES Indian School. Second position by Somya Joshi, Doha Modern Indian School. And third position by Abdul Basit of Shantiniketan Indian School. Thank you, sir.
Audience, give a huge round of applause for their marvelous achievements.
We now have the prestigious 10 Years Meritorious Service Awards, and I would request Mr. K.C. Abdul Latif to give away the awards to Mrs. Geeta Rajesh, Mrs. Rachna Kabra,
Thank you, sir.
I now request Mr. Saud Saad M.A. Al-Kuwari to present a memento to our esteemed special guest, Mrs. Rhoda Safwan Zidan.
I now request our principal, Dr. Subhash Nair, to present a memento to our esteemed special guest, Mr. Hemant Kumar Dwivedi.
I now request our Vice President, Mr. N.K.M. Abdul Shakur, to present a memento to our esteemed special guest, Mr. Saud Saad M.A. Al-Kuwari. I now request the management committee members, respected principal and vice principals to escort our guests back.
One looks back with appreciation to the brilliant teachers, but with gratitude to those who touched our human feelings. Now I call forth our school head girl, Amina, to deliver the note of appreciation and thank one and all for their unsullied deeds.
Appreciate the ones who make you happy, for they are the merry gardeners that make your souls blossom. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am privileged to have been given the responsibility to express my heartfelt gratitude to everyone present here today on the auspicious occasion of the 18th Annual Day celebrations of Shantiniketan Indian School. First and foremost, I thank our esteemed special guests, Mrs. Rauda Safwan Zidan, Director of Private Schools Affairs, Ministry of Education and Higher Education. Mr. Hemant Kumar Dwivedi, First Secretary of Information and Education, Embassy of India. And Mr. Saud Saad M.A. Al-Kuwari, Vice Chairman, Board of Directors, Shantiniketan Indian School, for embellishing the program. I thank our President, Mr. K.C. Abdul Latif, Vice President, Mr. N.K.M. Abdul Shakur, and the General Secretary, Mr. Abdul Qadir, for taking time from their busy schedule and gracing us with their presence. I thank the cornerstone of our school, without whom we are incomplete, our principal, Dr. Subhash B. Nair. I also thank the management committee members, Mr. Rashid Ahmed, Mr. Shahnaz Nuruddin, Mr. Sharfraz Ismail, Mr. C.H. Najib, and the staff management representatives, Mr. Syed Miraj Ali and Mrs. Najma Munir. I further thank the Senior Vice Principal, Mr. Shihabuddin Pullat, and Vice Principal, Mr. Dudley O'Connor, for their persistent support and endless efforts in making this program happen. I also thank the senior head teacher, Mrs. Mehjabeen, head teacher junior, Mrs. Hina Imran, and head teacher middle section, Mr. Matthew, for their sincere efforts. A special thanks to all the teachers for being the motivation of the students and believing in them. The creative act is not performed by the artist alone. The spectator brings the work in contact with the external world by deciphering and interpreting its inner qualifications, and thus adds his contribution to the creative act. So lastly, I thank all the parents and students for being a part of us. I would like to conclude by quoting the words of John Kennedy. As we appreciate, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. Thank you.
Thank you, Amina. It was really appreciable.